If your home isn't taken care of first and you're out at the club hoping and praying that a nigga is gonna buy you a drink,
look at you walking with a purpose. You ain't gotta change a thing, girl, you're perfect. Come join the real nigga team, you deserve it. Girl, you're looking like the blessing I've been praying for. Girl, this time is up, let me boss you up. I want your body, everything in between.
hey boo, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kaylah Bree. It's your girl Kaylah Bree. Hey, it's your girl Kaylah Bree. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to watch this video. Today's video is going to be another episode of Femininity over Makeup. If you haven't watched my very first video over femininity over makeup, we talked about the power of femininity, and today's video we are going to be talking about having your shit together. So Femininity over Makeup is a series on my channel where we have candid conversations about our femininity and what that means to us. So in this series we talk more so about what it truly is to be a feminine woman versus what it takes to get a man, because my life ain't centered around no man, honey. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, please continue to watch this video. Everything that I state into this video is my personal opinion, so make sure you grab your wine and stay tuned for the rest of this video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel if you are not, and let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, you guys, so we are back with another episode of Femininity over Makeup. I'm super excited to be back with this series because this series is gonna be lit, okay, to say the least. So I decided we're gonna have some wine tonight. I am drinking some Moscato. This is my favorite. It's a sweet red wine. I'm a red wine girl. I'm a sweet red wine girl, so you know, I got my little wine here. Let's take a sip. So I was gonna drink some champagne today, but I just realized I ran out. I drank the rest of it last night. Today's episode, y'all, is going to be on having your shit together. I'm gonna do my makeup, of course, while you guys watch. Like I always state, I did my eyebrows off camera, and this is less about the makeup and more so about the topic. I just like to give myself something to do while I'm talking to y'all, so hopefully y'all just don't mind. I really don't know what kind of look I'm gonna do today. We kind of already know that she's gonna do something neutral, but I just don't know what kind of neutral we gonna do. Just a FYI, I do have in my retainer, so if I have a lisp, that's why. I have to get that disclaimer because I already know somebody is gonna go in the comments and say something about this lisp. So I'm fair warning you that the reason why I have it is because I have this retainer in. Okay, so let's talk about having your shit together. If you watched my last video on femininity over makeup, you know that we had a whole discussion on feminine power and what your feminine power is. If you haven't seen that video, please check that out. It's a must see because I just feel like we had a really good conversation in that video. So make sure you guys go to that video and check it out if you haven't already. Let's talk having your shit together, because I just feel like there is a stigma on what having your shit together really means. With social media nowadays, like, you think the girls with the Gucci, Fendi, Prada, whatever are the ones that have their shit together, when honestly and truly that it could be furthest from the case. You don't know what they got to get what they got, okay? They could have not bought that themselves. They could have had somebody purchase it for them. They could have been, you know, plotting and scheming on the low to get it. They could have been acting real city girl and scamming. You just never know what people do with to get what they deem valuable. And so today we're going to talk about 10 things that I feel like are having your shit together. Now, you can disagree with me in the comment section. I really want this to be an open discussion, so please chime in the comment section below. Let me know what you agree with, what you don't agree with, all of that. This is, again, my personal opinion, so anything I say is just my opinion. So the very first thing I want to talk to you guys about is being self-aware. Okay, being self-aware can mean so many different things, but to be self-aware is to have your shit together. And before we even get into it, I'ma just say that no woman has all 10 of these things. Okay, so we are all trying to balance, we are all trying to work on ourselves, but no woman has all 10 of these things. Okay, so I'm gonna just put that out there. So we're here, okay? Being self-aware is number one, and you can get self-awareness through therapy. You can get self-awareness through your friend circle, who you associate with on the day-to-day, because to be self-aware is to be happy. You have to understand yourself and why you move the way that you do, and you have to be in a good mental space. I feel like being self-aware is knowing how you're gonna move before you even move. Being self-aware is knowing yourself enough to know what your boundaries are, what to tolerate, what to not tolerate. You have to know yourself enough to know what is for you. So I feel like being self-aware is so important in your femininity journey, because you have to be able to know yourself in order to be able to be with anybody at that point. You know what I mean? You can't be with anybody if you don't know you. So getting to know yourself, loving yourself, dating yourself, all of that is really truly a part of being self-aware. So the second thing is routines. Building up routines for yourself, like having a morning routine, a night routine, a self-care routine, the things that you like to watch on YouTube, really implementing them into your life, because when you have routine, you have structure, you have discipline, you have things that are going to keep you on track to do the things that you need to get done. Having a routine is so important, and I mean you having a set morning routine, a set night routine, and a set self-care routine. Those are the 3 routines you absolutely need. The person who lacks routine lacks discipline. Having a routine is so important to your whole livelihood. It just helps structure your life into place, like where it's supposed to be. A set routine that you actually stick to, that you actually follow, that you actually do, is so key to having your shit together. I'm sorry, but the ones that have their shit together, I guarantee you they have a routine. Whether that means they go to the gym every day, whether that means they make their bed every day, whether that means that they make themselves breakfast every morning, they have their me time in the morning, they write in their journal, they like whatever suits you in your routine. Not everybody's routine is going to be the same. Everybody's routine is catered to them. However, they have a routine. So setting aside a routine for yourself and sticking to it, that right there, to me, means you have your shit together. And another thing that I will say having your shit together means, so we're going to go to number 3. Number 3, planning and budgeting. You didn't think I was going to go there. Yep, we going there. Planning and budgeting your money. This is how people accomplish goals. Budgeting your money and budgeting period is so important. And to me, when I see somebody that budgets and make sure that they got this line here, this here, this there, that screams having your shit together to me. Because I'm like, okay, you making sure you got bills is paid, okay, before you even can go have fun. Bills is paid. Things are aligned in my house so that if I do go out, everything at home is good. I come home to a nice clean home. I'm coming home to a nice home that I don't gotta worry about the lights getting cut off, you know, stuff like that. And then also, let me add that if your home isn't taken care of first and you're out at the club hoping and praying that a nigga is gonna buy you a drink, you don't have your shit together. That's not having your shit together. We don't depend on nothing. Going to the club and having a nigga buy you a drink is nice, but it's not something that is guaranteed. Okay, so if you're out at the club and you have to like depend on that, honey, it's time you get your shit together. You need to make sure that you can buy your own self a drink and not have to be like scrounging, you know. Self-aware, making sure, okay, I only got $50 to spend tonight, so however many drinks $50 is gonna get me is where I'm sticking to. It's those people that have their shit together. And this also brings me to my next point. The women who save their money, the women who actually have savings accounts. There are a lot of people that don't even have a savings account. You may be one of those people, and that's what I'm saying. If you don't have a savings account, if you don't have something to help you during a rainy day, when you do not have to depend on a nigga to do shit for you, including change your tire, having insurance on your car. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Having insurance on your car. That was me, so I'm speaking to you. If you don't have insurance on your car, you don't got AAA. What are you doing? If you don't have your license, honey, I'm talking to you. Which also brings me to my next point. Credit. Having good credit, or at least working on it, okay? Like, if you don't have good credit, it's okay. But if you're working on your credit, if you're actively learning about credit, knowing that credit is life, say that one more time. Credit is life. Why is credit life? Because you can't do shit without credit. You can't buy a house. You can't buy a car. You cannot rent an apartment. You can't do nothing without credit. So credit is life. Credit is how you get ahead in life. Mark my words. Credit is how you get ahead of life. People live off of credit. I'm trying to let you know so you know, so that you can work on your credit, so you can start living the life that you always wanted to live. Because honey, if you work on your credit, doors open. Doors you never thought was gonna open. All of a sudden you can take trips. All of a sudden you can buy furniture. All of a sudden you don't have to worry about a down payment. So my next thing that I want to talk about is self-care. I know I kind of briefly touched on it earlier, but I want to elaborate on that because self-care is so important. Just loving yourself is so important. You have to learn how to love yourself. Self-care is not just, you know, taking baths and bath bombs and skincare routines. Like, no. Self-care is like I said earlier, therapy, being self-aware. Self-care is taking time for you, whatever that means to you. Showing people how to treat you by treating you good. You know what I mean? Like, if you like to be wined and dined, why not wine and dine yourself? So my next point is going to be establishing good relationships. And when I say establishing good relationships, I truly mean that in every way. I'm talking about with your family. I'm talking about with your friends. I'm talking about with a significant other. I'm talking about all aspects. You need to have a healing relationship with your family and your friends. You guys need to, this is a constant thing that you have to constantly work on with each other, to love each other, learn how to communicate with each other, learn how to be in relationships, learn how to balance relationships. That is something that most people struggle with. Like, they struggle with the relationship aspect because a lot of people honestly feel entitled. They feel entitled to that their friends and their family should treat them like this because they deserve. Oh, I deserve a man that's going to treat me like A, B, and C, D. But how do you treat them? I told you guys in my last video, it's all about how you treat people. If you're not treating people right, what makes you think that they're gonna treat you right? If you don't feel like people are treating you right, look at how you're treating them. How you treat people will teach them how to treat you. Remember that. You already know the saying, treat others like how you want to be treated. Like, that is so true, because when you treat people good, they want to treat you good. Unless they're just some fucked up individuals. In that case, you just need to get rid of them. But for the most part, if you're hanging around genuine good people, and you treat them good, they're gonna treat you good. If you go out of your way for them, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go out of their way for you every time. Having and establishing relationships and good relationships with people is a part of having your shit together, because that means that you value the people around you. You value to have and establish relationships with others. You value to have that relationship and that friendship and that familyship. Valuing people and the people around you is so extremely important. You guys, I can't express it enough how important it is to value those around you. I can't be one of those girls that are like, I don't care if, you know, my boyfriend's mama don't like me. Like, no. I want her to like me. I want her to, you know, look at me as her second child or another added on relative. I want the whole family to look at me as an added on relative. I don't want to be an outsider. I don't understand people that don't care about that. Like, how can you not care that your husband's or your fiance or your boyfriend, whoever's family doesn't like you? Like, no, it couldn't be me. It just, like, relationships just work better that way. In all honesty, when everybody loves each other, when everybody is loving on each other, relationships work better. I'm trying to tell you. So moving on, I want to touch on something that you probably won't expect me to say, but this is so important. Keeping up with yourself, meaning keeping up with your dentist appointments, making sure you're going to the dentist, making sure you go to the doctor, getting checked up on. Highly important. You know, it's super important to go to the doctor regularly, not just once a year or once every couple of years. Like, no, bro. Go to the doctor. Make sure you are good in all aspects. I don't understand people that go years without going to the dentist or go years without going to the doctor. Like, huh? Like, how do you, like, maneuver in life not knowing that you're good? Like, you sitting here saying you good, but do you really know you good? Going to the chiropractor, like, that's important. I'm sorry, but if you don't go to the chiropractor, you need to start going, because I'm sorry, but having your back aligned and making sure your body is in alignment is important. Okay, it's important. It's important. Taking your vitamins. Yep, I said that. Taking your vitamins, making sure that you are being on track with your overall being. Like, that is important. You should want yourself to be at a healthy state, whether that means you work out or not. But taking your vitamins every day should be something a part of your routine. Drinking water every day should be something a part of your routine. Also, putting yourself together. Making sure that you put yourself together on the day-to-day basis. Meaning, that doesn't mean you have to put on a full face of makeup. But that just means that you need to shower every day. That does mean that you need to brush your teeth. That does mean that you need to comb your hair. Yes, I said it. You do need to comb your hair, even if it's to put it in a bun. Because I'm one of them lazy ones that will mess around and not do her hair or whatever. But I'm really quick to put this hair in a messy bun. I bet you that. Making sure that you are at least presentable to the world means that you care, and you care to present yourself in a way that you want to be perceived. But the last thing I want to touch on with you guys is your home. And I'm speaking to women, because if you're watching this video, I would hope that you have your own place, you have had your own place, or you are working on getting your own place. Having a nice home, a nice furnished home. You don't want to be that girl that got on a Gucci outfit but is sleeping on a mattress on the floor. Like, that ain't cute, sis. That ain't cute, okay? And establishing just a kind of a vibe in your own home. It's so important to live by yourself before you even live with anyone else, because at that point you can establish your own space. Like, you can make it however you want to make it look. You can do to it whatever you please, and that is so important. I do the same lip every time. I know y'all always ask in the comments like what lip combo I'm using. I always use Chestnut. There ain't no other better pencil. I've tried all the NYX, all the whatever pencils, and I just cannot find a match better than my Chestnut. It just is what it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I am a firm believer in my Chestnut pencil. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope that this didn't discourage anyone from doing what they need to do. I'm just letting you guys know these are the things that I deem, meaning having your shit together. It's all about putting yourself in a position. It's about putting yourself in position and not being the final product. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please sound off in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up. Share with a friend if you know somebody that is interested in the topic. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram for the looks, okay? We do like a lot of like self-care and like, you know, stuff like that, femininity type of content on my Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I hope to see you all back in my next video really soon. Bye.